Well, I'm Brian Billick, and this is my Week 15 Power Rankings, and we're down to clearly this is the about the playoff teams, or the teams jockeying for playoff position. And when we talk about the Power Rankings, we're going to see who's atop the AFC and the NFC in terms of the number one. I'm going to leave the Seattle Seahawks at number one. I think they're, again, proving, and clearly it looks like we're going to be going through Seattle for the NFC Championship. No one has shown me yet that they're able to go on the road. I don't think a 1-point loss to the San Francisco 49ers on the road justifies dropping them down, because I don't know that San Francisco can turn around and go into Seattle. Obviously, the fact that the road teams are struggling, that the fact that you're going to sit there with Seattle and Denver, I think Denver, even though they struggled a little bit more against the Tennessee Titans than they should have, clearly they're going to stay atop number one. And then in the NFC, you've got to factor in New Orleans. Great bounce back from their loss to the Seattle Seahawks. Good solid win against Carolina. And as anticipated, Carolina couldn't go on the road and deliver against New Orleans Saints. So in, again, our theory of finding that good road team in the playoffs, I'm not going to hold it too much against Carolina for losing to New Orleans and not dropping them down too much. The New England Patriots, I don't know what to make of. Obviously, it was a great come-from-behind win, but there again, it was at home against the Cleveland Browns. I haven't seen anybody in the AFC that, again, like we're talking about, the NFC is going to go through Seattle. The AFC looks like it's unavoidably going to go through Denver. I don't see anybody that's playing well enough on the road to go through Denver. The Baltimore Ravens are kind of hanging on to that number 6 seed in the playoffs, clearly going to be in the top 10 in the power rankings, but really probably should have lost to a scrappy Minnesota Viking team without Adrian Peterson. So I don't know how you move them up within the power rankings as well. Kansas City, good solid win on the road, but against a Washington Redskins team that's struggling so much. So the power rankings don't change a whole lot right now. You got to give some credit to San Francisco for holding serve at home, but I don't know that it was convincing enough against a good Seattle team to make you think that that's going to flip. And now if they have to go on the road, which they likely are, where it ends up, they're going to end up possibly in New Orleans and then eventually through Seattle like anybody else, don't know that I saw enough to think that San Francisco could do just that on the road.